Is there a name for the "I work 60-hour weeks and unpaid overtime and I am proud of it" mentality? I don't know how it would be called, and I see a lot of it around. Not hating, just genuinely curious. Is it crab bucket mentality or similar? Where I live, we call it slave mentality. My wife's grandfather bragged that when he retired, they hired 3 guys to replace him. The look on his face when I said he clearly didn't know his own value, as he worked 3 times harder for 1/3 the money. Stockholm Syndrome. Brainwashed moron. I will work as many hours as you will let me, but I'll be goddamned if I work them for free. Workaholic. It's called martyr complex. An idiot, because who would want to work overtime unpaid? Wage slave. Bootlicking. Idiots. Grindset. Hustle culture. Bootlicker. I call it the martyr mentality. I'm doing it for the kids or my family or to save the company money. I see it a lot in teaching. Whenever a colleague brags about doing all this work in their spare time, I think, what a dumbass. I played Xbox all weekend and didn't even bring my laptop home over the holidays. Dumbass motherfucker. American. Unpaid overtime? I'd call that insanity. Donation giver. If you are doing those hours, delivering value and not getting paid, someone is definitely making money off you. So it's a donation. I think it is a part of the Protestant work ethic. Almost anyone whose salary. American exceptionalism. United States. Boomer. Workaholic, wage slave, capitalist bootlicker, idiot. A mug. Absolute fucking mug. Indoctrination. Institutionalization. Stockholm Syndrome. Stupid. In China culture they call it 996 working hour system, but I'm not sure if most of them are proud of it. I would call that person a workaholic. An ostrich. Workaholic. Married to job. Compulsive worker. Work addict. Maybe a perfectionist could say others depending on why they developed this work mentality. Single. Victims of Stockholm Syndrome. Bootlicker. Corporate Uncle Tom. Bootlicker. The word that comes to mind is idiot. Stupid. Did you mean stupid people? Idiot. Stupid. If the overtime is unpaid, it's called being a dumbass. Generally I've seen it called grinding and stuff like that. Like being on the grind. People think it will get them somewhere. It depends. With a small business with a good compass, it can. I did it for years and got lots of cash bonuses and things that actually did compensate me for my work. I burned out and had to leave. What I don't understand is the mentality where they're not compensating you for your time in any way, and you still think it's a good thing. I've met several people like that. Now I'm self-employed, and work-life balance is much better. Not making what I used to make, but I'd rather have a life. Simp. Stupidity. You forgot no days off. I mean, my husband works 70 hours a week since I got sick. And it means we still have a great life. He WFH mostly and loves his job. But working that time unpaid is insane. I do think some people may be lonely and enjoy the work though. Volunteer? Martyr? Corporate dog, pick me. Workaholic. Our LinkedIn lunatics. Our LinkedIn lunatics is who you're looking for. Low IQ. Yes, an idiot. Chef. We used to call them company guys. Rat racer. A medical resident with a golden weekend lol. Narcissistic? I think it's often an attempt at a backdoor brag. Similar to the company couldn't survive without me. Or they need me. Stupid? Hustling get the bag go get a 100 dudes who smoke weed and doing landscaping. Idiot with a short life expectancy. Jobs worth. Stupidity? Face with spiral eyes. Where I'm from. That's called being dumb. Don't work for free unless it's at a soup kitchen. Otherwise, 40 hours work week and that's it. If you're getting overtime hours for 60-hour work week, you do you baby boo. Small business owner. Workaholics. Bootlicker. Well, it's illegal for one. If you're working 20 hours of overtime and not getting paid for it, then sue the fuck out of that company. My church once did a presentation on the 7 deadly sins. Sloth was mentioned, but so was overwork. Devoting yourself to serving a career rather than yourself, your family, God. It's not a good thing. I call them corporate cucks, but I'm immature at times. I don't know, but we definitely need a name for that. Maybe slave brain or something like that. Yeah, it's called being a sucker. Delusion. Seems to overlap with Stockholm Syndrome. Doormat. Brainwashed and lacking any self-respect. Bootlicking. FLSA exempt. Most of us weren't proud of it. It was just the nature of the job. To excel in that type of job requires a certain type of person. Besides earning a shit ton of money, we were prohibited from using several hours of sick leave for doctors or dentists. If we walked in the door at work, then got sick and went home, that was a full day of work. Same for leaving early. I worked around a ton of salaried people and never heard anyone being proud of working long hours. The gig worker mentality? Friends used to brag like they were hustling. I told them they were being used and it was nothing to be proud of. They're called suckers. Employers love them because of the free labor. I have a buddy who is a CEO of a major company, and he makes big dollar. He tells me that working less than 60 hours a week feels like part-time. Our wives had a conversation recently and, apparently, he has no relationship with his kids. I make much less money than him, but for what I need to succeed in life and be happy, I'm doing very well financially. And I do it in 37.5 hours a week. I have an amazing relationship with my kids. It all comes down to priorities and what matters to you. Ask any person on their deathbed. They'll tell you to work less and spend more time with your family. Boomer. Wage slave. Institutionalization. Stockholm Syndrome. Puritan work ethic. Loyal employee, as they call it from side A. Engaged, as they call it from side B, as suggested from side A. They tend to daydream about promotions and in their paranoia miss the fact that when companies go south, people are laid down as expeditively as me taking the rubbish out. Boomer bootstrap logic. Bootlicker energy. Stupid. Overworking? Dumbass. I've been asked before why I didn't go into management with my current employer. Because management positions are salaried, and you're always considered on call. I like what I do now. And I like that if things go sideways or I decide to work my day off, I get overtime pay for it. Besides, my job is already a leadership role, minus a lot of the HR bullshit that comes with management. Management. I call them a idiot. Sheeple. Corporate slave mentality. Mental illness.